Hey guys, thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Gamma Cosmic Show. Let's just jump right into this, guys, as usual, man. Ben Affleck gave a half-ass response to the allegations that he's no longer going to be the Batman and that Warner Brothers and his relationship is in doubt. I believe that he's leaving soon. Somehow I think they have enough respect for each other that they will let him bow out gracefully. But I believe that we're gonna get Ben Affleck playing an older version of Bruce Wayne, and maybe reflecting on his early years as Batman. So we'll get a much younger Batman, probably somewhere in his mid to early 20s, I believe, probably somewhere between 23 to 25. That's what I'm guessing at. But I don't believe I didn't believe what he said. And plus I didn't he never denied the allegations. If you guys listen to what he says, he's never denied it, and he's doing what a great employee would do who doesn't want to burn bridges. Him and Warner Brothers have had a lucrative, uh, great relationship together. I mean, they have funded a lot of his films that he directed on his own. The Town. Well, I'm forgetting the other one right now for some reason. Oh, Argo. You know, I understand people didn't like The Accountant, but I don't think they should hold it as a strike against him. I think he still is coming into his own. I believe he has an eye for directing, and a lot of us wanted to see him direct and film in the Batman trilogy. And we wanted a trilogy with Ben Affleck. I'm hoping that that can still happen. I'm hoping, Ben, if you're listening, man, please, man, use whatever clout that you have and stay the Batman. I don't want to just see you reflecting as an older Bruce Wayne on your younger years. I want to see you playing the Cape Crusader. You're the best Batman in my eyes. And to a lot of us, man, you stole our fucking hearts with your acting as the Batman in the Batman vs Superman film. Your warehouse scene has made you a Batman god already in a lot of us, in a lot of our eyes, man. Just please, Ben Affleck, man, just try to work something out, man. I mean, if you believe that your departure will help the DCEU's universe in the long run, then I will respect that. But if it's something to do with just you're not feeling their direction or they're not feeling your direction on the trilogy, then fight harder, man. Fight harder. But I don't want you to leave, man. I don't, man. And I sense that I think you're slated to do 3 projects. I believe Batman vs. Superman, the Justice League, and I think you're going to do 1 more. But if I'm wrong on those facts that you have 3 more to do after that, then I believe that they're probably going to work something out where they'll pay Ben out if they're really going to change things, man. I'm just hoping they don't, man. I mean, a lot of us gravitated towards this new Batman film because we heard that he was going to star and direct in it, and Deathstroke was going to be in it. To me, man, I was sold when I heard Deathstroke. I was just like, come on, man. And Matt Reeves seems to give off that vibe that he's not going with anything out of that script that Ben Affleck was going to direct. He wasn't going to do any of it. So he's coming with this new direction with the franchise, and I think Warner Brothers is on board with whatever Matt Reeves wants to do. I don't know if Ben Affleck is on board, and I think that's where the problem might be. Those two maybe might not be seeing eye to eye. I believe Ben Affleck is more of a Batman fan than Matt Reeves is. Hands down, hands down. So I don't know why Matt Reeves is not willing to play nice with Ben Affleck. That's what I believe the problem is stemming from, is creative direction on the movie, and those two are button heads on it behind the scenes. But moving on, guys, man, moving on. The Skrulls are now in the MCU. That's great news. That is great, great news, because it lends to even more speculation that the Fantastic Four could be coming to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We might be able to see Silver Surfer. We might be able to see the Galactus rear his ugly head sometime down the line, maybe in an Avengers movie or in a Fantastic Four movie held in the MCU. A lot of fans are happy about this because we believe that during the D23 Expo revealing of the Black Order, we thought the Fantastic Four was going to be revealed next to Thanos, but they surprised us with the Black Order. I'm warming up a little more now to the Black Order. I went and read some old issues of Infinity with them heavily starring in it, and I'm actually happy that they were actually casted and they're going to be in this movie, because I want to see a Black Dwarf versus Hulk clash. I want to see that. I mean, we're not going to get the Abomination back anytime soon, so I think Black Dwarf would be a very, 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 very good villain for Hulk to engage in and show each other's strengths, man. This should be epic level of destruction during their clash, and we better see that. We better see that, man. So I'm happy. I'm getting more warmed up to this Captain Marvel movie. I don't like her character in the comic books. I used to like her when she was Miss Marvel, when she was sporting the black and gold uniform. For some reason, I liked her demeanor and personality then. I just don't like the way Marvel is portraying her now and pushing her to the forefront as if as somehow that she's their flagship character. It used to be Spider-Man, then it went to Wolverine for a little bit, then Iron Man took over, but usually it's Spider-Man. And I don't know what happened to where Spider-Man also only dropped off their radar with being their flagship character. I mean, I didn't think that his toys are going down, his sales and merchandise is going down anytime soon. I understand Homecoming second and third weeks haven't been that good because the Spider-Man movie is not that good of a movie after people sit back and and take an honest look at it and critique it and stop being scared because it's a Marvel Studio movie. But I'm but I'm warming up to the Captain Marvel movie, even though I don't like her as a character right now in the Marvel comics. I'm just looking forward to seeing Marvel Cinematic Universe expand with the Skrulls in it. I'm hoping that we see that classic Kree and Skrull, why they hate each other, man, and them being at war for thousands of years, man. I always believe that Marvel could have done a movie just off the Skrull and Kree war, to be honest with you, man. But I'm a comic book diehard. I'd like to see a lot of stuff on the movie screen. If I had my Phase 1, Phase 2, and Phase 3 picks, it would have looked a lot different than what it looks now. The landscape would have been a lot different. People would have loved mine better, to be honest with you. But we don't have all the properties back. And that's something, too, I want to discuss later. Should Marvel get all their properties back? As a diehard fan, I don't want them to get all their properties back because we're not going to see a lot of these characters during Kevin Feige's run. They're just going to sit on them, sit on them, sit on them, and sit on them, and maybe erase them out of existence if they don't want them anymore, man. I don't want Marvel Studios owning all of their characters back. To me, that's just like either Xbox or just being the only video game console out, or the PS4 being the only video game console out. They control everything. They would have a monopoly on everything. I don't want that with Marvel. I'm sorry, I don't want that. They just don't play nice with their characters for some reason, and they don't give the fans. They don't give the fans what they want. They have a real problem with giving the fans what they want. DC, on the other hand, for some reason they're trying to give the fans what they want, but they succeed with their animated series. They're hands down. They have some of the best animated movies and some of the best animated cartoons today. Hands down. Hands down. Marvel, when they were partnering up with Lionsgate, releasing animated films, those were great. Then when they started going to, Disney XD, and then it changed, Avengers Earth Mightiest Heroes changed to Avengers Assemble, they started losing a lot of us, man. But Warner Brothers has been consistent on the animated part. Their movies still need a little help. They're heading in the right direction. And so we're about to see better things out of DC. And I'm hoping to see better things out of Marvel. So let's move on to this Justice League trailer. Great trailer, has me psyched to see this movie. I really don't have any complaints about the trailer. Obviously, they didn't give too much away on this, but I think a lot of us figured out basically what this movie is going to be about. It's setting the staging grounds of an invasion for Darkseid to come over. I think Steppenwolf is just the first stone, just to get him over here. But I liked his look. He looks menacing, he looks big, and he looks powerful. I'm liking what I'm seeing, and from what I'm reading, they're translating good his power set and physical attributes. They're bringing it over to the big screen pretty well. That they're not underpowering him and they're not overpowering him. From what I'm hearing online, that they think that they so far off this trailer they showed his power sets pretty well, but they said he's a little more than that too. I'm interested to see how he wields that axe. Seemed like that axe is very, very, very powerful. Very powerful. I want to see it clash with some of Wonder Woman's gear, see how it holds up, and that'll show me how powerful that weapon is. If it dents her shield or anything like that, or at least maybe a chink in her bracelets, then we know this thing is for real, man. Or maybe it doesn't break underneath the pressure of her stuff against it. So I'm psyched about this trailer. One of my favorite parts was Aquaman riding down on one of those demons, one of those minions of Darkseid through the building and coming out. My favorite part, hands down. I like that. I think that the Flash and Aquaman are going to get the shine. Now, speaking of the Flash, this is my only gripe with the trailer, because I got to see more of his costume. Up close, it looks a little ragtag. It looks a little homemade, like his mother made it. Like the day before the Halloween party at school, and he needed a costume real quick. It looks great from far away. It looks excellent when he's running real fast. But just up close, I'm standing still, just talking. Up close, I don't know. It looks real plasticky. I don't know. I don't know what that material is supposed to be. Hopefully they explain that in the movie some way, that maybe some special type of fiber, maybe that it's light but it's durable, be able to handle him going at those speeds. I just need to know that, because just from looking at the trailer and looking at it up close, I'm like, come on, DC, man. I know you guys throw money at your guys, so I'm just wondering how you guys couldn't see that. So I'm hoping that's polished up a little bit, or maybe airbrushed up a little bit before this movie actually drops. Now to the to the end of this trailer. I'm jumping right to the end, because it has a lot of people speculating who is Alfred looking at. My son believes it's the Green Lantern. He thinks if you look into Alfred's eyes, into his glasses, you see the reflection of the green. That's what my son thinks. I looked at it at the same thing. I differ. I believe it's Superman. For some reason, at the very bottom of the picture, it seemed like that's a little shade of red right there. Like that's a little Cape Cowl. So it looks like it. I mean, are they playing tricks with us just to get us psyched for it? And maybe it is the Green Lantern. But I'm assuming and I'm thinking it's going to be Superman. And I hope it's Superman. I've been waiting for them to greenlight a Man of Steel Part 2, but they haven't yet. So I want to see Superman come back. I love the way he does battle. He brings that, he doesn't try to, but the villains are so powerful. They bring that destruction between their fights around them. And, you know, Wonder Woman's just as powerful too. Up there, man. She can bring the fight too, but I just like this. I just like, for some reason, I just like Capes fighting. I just love that. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love Capes going against bruisers. So I hope Superman makes a return, man, and I hope it's impactful. I hope it's so impactful, and I hope we get an iconic pose with all of them together on screen going into battle, man. That's what we all want to see. All right, man. Moving on to the other trailer that dropped like a megaton bomb that everybody's raving about, and I'm one of those too. I love this trailer, and it's Thor 3 Ragnarok. Excellent trailer. It engaged me. It makes me want to see the movie. Do I know that I'm still going to get the same formula from Marvel? Yes, but this trailer was so put together so well that somebody like me, who's very skeptical of Marvel's formula and the format that they've been using for all their films, it had me believing that this Thor 3 is going to be a different Thor 3. It's going to be the greatest comic book movie ever. But when I sit back and I think about it, because I've watched this trailer now at least 15 times, I know that Hulk is going to be sprinkled out. They did a great job showing us that Hulk's going to be near the beginning of the story and near the end of the story, that you're going to see him in Sakaar in Asgard. They did give me that impression during their trailer. I did get that. But I do believe we're going to see a lot more Mark Ruffalo's as Bruce Banner in Asgard versus the Hulk. I believe just because of the CGI cost. Hela is CGI'd. Surtur is going to be CGI. A lot of things going on that's going to be CGI. I just don't see Marvel throwing 250 million at this movie, man. I believe this movie needs 250 million, 200 to 250 million to make it right and to get as much Hulk as us Hulk fans would like to see. I mean, during Planet Hulk run, we've seen very little of Banner. So I'm wondering, in the beginning of Thor 3, are we going to see a lot of Hulk, and then it's going to cut off dramatically, and we see a lot of Bruce Banner, and then we get Hulk sprinkled in for those last few little battles, you know, near the end of the movie? I have a feeling it's going to go that route. I mean, Marvel has never poured a lot of money into the Thor movies. Arguably, a lot of the Thor movies haven't been that great, to be honest with you. On my rating scale, Thor 1 and 2, Thor 1 being around a 6.5, Dark World, it being about a 6 for me. That's my scale, rating scale for the Thor movies. I don't believe that Thor 3 is going to be the greatest comic book movie of all time. That trailer has me feeling like it's going to be the greatest comic book movie of all time, only because of the Hulk. But I know for a fact that Marvel Studios is not throwing 200 to 250 million at this movie. So I don't know how they're going to work how much Hulk is in this. But from the trailer though, they have me excited. Now, if both these movies dropped at the same time, Justice League and Thor 3, what would I go see first? I would go see Justice League first, to be honest with you. I think that's going to be a better movie all around than Thor 3. What trailer do I believe is better between Justice League and Thor 3 Ragnarok? I believe Thor 3 Ragnarok trailer was a lot better than Justice League trailer, even though I love the Justice League trailer. The Marvel Studios did a good job editing this one up, chopping it up, and delivering it to us. And I liked it. I liked it. We got enough. We got to see Bruce Banner interact with Thor. We see a little comedy, made us laugh. We've seen Hulk talk. A lot of us was enthusiastic to hear Hulk talk. To me, he talks like the Hulk in Avengers: Earth Mightiest Heroes. To me, he come across as with having that persona. That's what I'm getting out of it. And the Hulk's look looks like they're paying homage to Dale Keown. He's a legendary Hulk artist. He did a lot of great things with Peter David during his run. You guys should check him out. Dale Keown, great artist, man. He's in my top 5 favorite Hulk artists of all time, man, of all time. For a lot of you guys, casual Hulk fans, he might be in your top 10, but he's in my top 5 personally. I did notice that this Hulk looks a lot more like Mark Ruffalo in the eyebrows, the same hairdo that Mark Ruffalo is sporting in this movie. Hulk seems to have the same hairdo, which I'm okay with. But I notice Hulk face looks a little different, a little more polished. They seem like they're getting to what the Hulk that they like. And I think Dale Keown is who they're inspired by. And I think that's how they base this Hulk off. Just the physical attributes that I'm looking at, he's not looking more gorilla-like, standing on his, on his knuckles. That's what I got from the other Hulk, the Savage Hulk, from Age of Ultron and the Avengers movie. But I'm okay with this Hulk looking different. If you're a Hulk fan, then you know that every Hulk persona, every Hulk personality has its own distinct little look. Gray Hulk looks different when he's in his gray form. Professor Hulk looks a little different from how tall he is and how much he weighs and his physical look. He's one of the bigger out of the Hulk incarnations. Has the bigger physique. We got Savage Hulk, who has a different look, a Neanderthal caveman look. We got Doc Green. We got the Green Scar. And I believe that this right here, they're trying to look more like the Green Scar, but influenced by Dale Keown. So I really don't have too many gripes with this trailer, other than I hope there's not too much joking with Hulk. Hulk's not a joker. You know what I mean? He'll say some wise shit here and there, but that's not him. Since you have him talking, you got to be careful, Marvel. You have to be careful. But I think, though, they're going with the Avengers: Earth Mightiest Heroes type of Hulk with that persona, that he does engage in conversation with people around him. So, which I'm not mad about. So I'm gonna see, but I still think though Justice League movie is gonna be better than Thor 3. But I enjoyed Thor 3's trailer better than Justice League trailer. And I love that Surtur was revealed, the Fire Lord. I'm hoping that Marvel doesn't punk him. I'm hoping Marvel treats him with respect. He's a powerful fucking villain. He's more powerful than Thor and Hulk together. So these two are going to have to work together very hard to bring down this creature, man. And I don't think they can bring him down with their own power set. They're going to need help from somewhere, man. This godlike demon, man, is very, very powerful, man. And Marvel needs to relay that, to be honest with you. This creature right here should be able to go against Thanos. Thanos without the Infinity Gauntlet. You see what I'm saying? Like that's how powerful this creature is. That maybe Thanos might not even want to take this being on. That Thanos might just make a tactical retreat because it's not worth his time engaging this creature that he knows he can't beat. Surtur is that powerful, guys. I'm hoping that Marvel doesn't punk him and Marvel doesn't punk Hela. I don't trust Marvel Studios when it comes to their villains. So, but that's my take on those trailers, guys, man. Thank you guys for tuning in, man. I got some more shit coming for you guys, man. But have a good day, man, and be blessed. Peace.